Monday morning. We're on site. We're super early, so it's pitch black. It's a residential area, so I'm going to need to keep the lights off and keep the engine off for now. I'm going to walk up to the compound where I can see the lights on and see what the sketch is. But we've had to be early because of Embargo, so we're rock and hard place. So you can see that's my lorry. There's a bit of a Y junction here. Looks like it goes up to the compound. Last time I was here, this was the correct route. That doesn't mean it's the correct route now. So the beast is there. We're going to see somebody and work out what to do next. The beacons, STGO and the boom strap, so you don't need them to move around the building site. But obviously the chains remain on. Don't drive around building sites with your machines not chained. So that's no problem, we're off the road. One of Urban's just come in and driven all the way into the site, but they're on here all the time and he probably knows the score, so that's good for him. He didn't shut the gate behind him either. I might go and just shut it because it is meant to be shut. I don't want to get blamed for it, so I might as well just go and do it. It's right, isn't it? That's a good deed for day done. It isn't, it's self-preservation actually, because members of the public will just say a low loader driver or a lorry left it open. They're not going to distinguish between which one, and if it reflects badly on us, that's a problem. So nobody wants the truth or an explanation, they just don't want the gate left open. So just shut the gate, it's easy. Well, the agent said we can 3-point it onto that stony ground where I left the digger. So we will see. We'll 3-point it rather than do a U-turn, because U-turns on rough ground rarely end well for the lorry. So unfortunately this whole road goes to nothing, so we have to turn it somewhere. So here goes nothing. It felt pretty good when I put the digger on it, so it's just this bit of a slutchy bit to start with. I'm going to have to do like a 80-point turn here. We're back. Come back. It took forever. A big accident on northbound M6 near Preston, so that has just took forever. I'm not joking. That just took all morning to get back. We've got our next digger on, so a 130, 13-ton Hitachi, and that's going down to Northwich. So that shouldn't be too bad. Zero room in here. Well, I'm sure it'll be nice when it's finished. The lad's gone off to get that filled up. He's going to bring it back. I do not like being parking in a gateway. It's not good. But it's all we've got. So we're back from Congleton. We dropped off the 13-tonner and we're back with this pride of the fleet. That's going to need a good wash, isn't it? Early dark. My next machine is just behind there getting washed, and it needs a service as well, so there's just no point sitting here for another hour and a half whilst that needs doing. So we're going to get off home. It's Will, help out. Monday night done. Early night. What was that? 20 past 4. Brilliant. That'll do. That's us. We're in the STGO lay-by at Stoke-on-Trent at junction 16. I'm sure anybody drives around here will know exactly what I mean. It's 22 minutes past 3, we're not going any further, and we can't set off again till 7 o'clock. Awesome. Wednesday morning. Nice to be working in a bit of daylight. So what time is it? It's 7:45. I got in at 7:30 after finishing at 8:30 last night. We've just done my daily checks, gone round, fill it all in the app, and now we're going to go and get this Moxy off, and we're going to go and get our 350 from Steve Woods in Wigan. Okay, so let's do that. Inside the Volvo, very set. Yeah. Turn on, bit of preheat. There you go.
There are some things you expect when you're over 50, not liking all the late.
Turn the radio off, don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, do we? And she's off. Simple gearbox. We're just going to put it in reverse. Some revs, make sure I'm in the right place. Foot brake, reverse, and brake. There she is. She won't do any harm there. Just out of curiosity, these are outriggers that are vital if you want to move large machines, and these chains belong to somebody, and that is not where they should be left. Timber blocks, outriggers, chains and outriggers. If you need to remove them for a trailer, you should be putting them away. Here. Say hello, Jack.
Hiya.
He's helped me tidy them up, and he's going to put them in the garage when we can get in, because there's a digger in the way. That's been done, and we've tidied up them chains. And Jack's going to put them in the garage now that the big digger's moved out of the way, so that's great. So my second move today is in jeopardy because the M6 northbound is shut again. This is the third time in 3 days there's been serious accidents that have shut that motorway. So if it's that serious, I'm sure there's quite serious casualties, maybe even fatalities, I've no idea. So how heartbreaking for the people involved, for everyone involved. There she blows. Just need to be careful of that wire. We've left the ramps up for now to give myself a bit more room to manoeuvre. So I think we'll just be able to back her out and position her nicely then. So like I say, we don't need to be the guy that pulls down the wires at Steve Woods'. And we're on. What we're saying, Jack?
Right, I was just looking at a piece of rubber.
Oh, are you?
I want the thought much of that, but it fucking makes sense to me.
Yeah, sort of does, doesn't it?
It's so simple.
You know, but with these Volvos are men out and about at the moment, might as well put it on as well, you know. But yeah,
It stops the change from it.
yeah, but when you got the binders, when they touch together, it really helps. It helps you tighten the binders up, you know.
Right.
So yeah, it's not a bad thing, that. Cool, here we are. All chains are off. Sync roller. Let's get the thing off. Let's get it out of here and get on with it. There you go, that's the next one on. Using my little rubber pads. So it's always worth giving them a bit of a sweep off, you know. Just looks a bit better, and when the client gets it, they might be more inspired to keep it clean themselves. So boom strap done, marker boards out. They don't need to be lit because it's daylight, so we don't need that. Rear beacons. It's going. I like my front beacons on because, as I say, it's more about oncoming traffic more than anything. People behind me know it's big, but people coming towards you, especially these days, they all they ever see is the front of their own bonnet of their own cars. So try and help them, really, more than anything. Right, that's us. Had a quick diversion to nip into Moxys training and pick up a 14 metre telehandler. So there is a anti-caravan gate that we have to ring up, and one of the staff, one of the nice ladies from Moxys has come to open it for me to let me out because they need to lock it immediately afterwards. Thank you, super, bye bye. They are nice, sir. So you have to like ring them about 5 minutes before you're going to get there and say, I'm on the Wigan Road, please come and open up. Fire up. Pull the boom up. Not too high, the mirror's been well set, you can see. So you want to be able to see into them, don't you? It only needs to be about that high anyhow. Just keep it in first. I have to get myself a dumper. So I want a nice one. First thing tomorrow, using this as a tractor to pick up a welfare unit. It doesn't need to be on the neck, but just force of habit. It's the way that I move them. It's just easier like that. You know it's right then, don't you? So, and there's other varieties of jobs to be done after that, so we will see. New marker boards come in, and that's fitted. So we shall see what tomorrow brings. Good night, folks. Take care. Thursday morning, it's official, it's freezing. So I've got me extra layer to go underneath my overalls here. And we're gonna, just done a day of checks, and we're gonna stop at the salt box down at the bottom of the hill and chuck a little bit of grit on the trailer, because gonna be pulling a trailer up it, pulling a welfare unit up a trailer. You probably want some grit on it, don't you think? Right, let's go and do that then. Okay, come on, let's get down there and do that, and we can launch ourselves into action. This old Starbucks mug has proved itself a considerably useful tool for carrying nuts and bolts and silly things like this. My old dad used to see, my dad was a marine engineer in the merchant navy, and he always said, always have a cup handy to put your nuts and bolts in when you've taken them off the thing. Put that in there. Don't just leave them, don't just trust that you're going to have them about you. So I can't say I was remembering my old dad when I kept this mug handy, but I've luckily had it as a spur, so it has proved to be quite useful for that kind of thing. We've just checked with Dave, and we think alike. He says it's not a good idea going down into wash plant to get this cabin with the Arctic, because there's a sea of tippers and shovels and everything down there. So it's better just to load it up in a space up here on the top. So we can go down with a dumper, get it and come back up. It's quite easy, isn't it? So if sometimes the cabins can be a bit of a faff, you see. So you don't want to be messing around with that when there's lorries whizzing around all over the place. Especially when there's a massive bit of acreage here that's flat and level and out of everyone's way. So that makes a lot more sense to do that instead. So we're off the road, but near the road. That's the road over there. But we're not in everyone's way here. I can't imagine we're going to get in anybody's way tipping there. So let's get this off and go and get our cabin. And she's on. Thank you, Dave. Much appreciated. A bit of help. Got here. These landing feet wouldn't come down, so we've had to chain it on the wheels, which is not my preferred way of loading it really. But it's chained on. And she'll go. So that'll have to do. All the rest of the boys carry them around like caravans like that, but I just rather have them on the floor and strap them down. But it feels really solid, so I'm pretty happy with it really. Okay, let's go. Right then, let's try and get this off, reverse it off in a straight line, eh? Machine on. We're having this 20 tonner. That's fantastic. This lady's come in. That's it. You go there, you'll be out of the way away. Oh, that's it. Nice new one. Can't scratch it. Nearly there. Down. And again. And so somebody decides to drive a van while you're working. Never mind, I'm not psychic. It's another new one. 30 ton of light.
Is that for your socials?
Sorry?
Is that for your socials?
Yes.
You TikTok?
Your thing.
Yeah. Alright.
Nice to meet you. How are you?
Very welcome.
So we're back with this 280 928F, this year's model, latest one. So and it's 28 ton. Let's have a look at the weight. It's a third thing. Yeah. 28400. That's a beast, gotta say. That'll do. Thursday night, and we're ready for tomorrow. We're doing this, then a track dumper, and then Dave's big 380. So thankfully it's not at the bottom of the wash plant hill, but there's still plenty to do tomorrow. So it's been fun. What a good day today. I never expected to be moving those new machines, and that was ace. And you know what? An even better surprise, I got to meet a TikTok low loader operator who I really like watching, a young woman called Faye on the Fleet. What a star she is, what an absolute star. Nice to meet you, Faye. So, that's Thursday night done. Plenty to do. Good night, folks. Hopefully, see you tomorrow. Friday morning, we're in the thick of it. It's 8:15, Monday morning, Friday morning traffic in Greater Manchester, Tilsley, and we've got to try and get into this building site that's finished, and it's packed with people going to work, and there's traffic management on the light on the entrance. So we've got it all to do, and somewhere in there there's a place for me to unload this machine and put on the track dumper that's in there. So let's put the beacons on and give it a go. John says it's just down here, and to be fair, you can see all the muddy tracks where lorries have been on the road. So the first bit's fine. Of course, we've got the local motorist. It's in a bit of a rush. He stopped. That's lovely. But back in here, John's directions were perfect. It's not the most. It's to be fair, it's just a building site. It's not no better or worse than any other building site. So there's two more Connors on the tippers. Dave just slipped by. So hopefully I can get in here now and do it. So yesterday I destroyed my GoPro. It isn't funny because they're expensive, but never mind. These are the things you do when you're trying to make yourself, when you do your hobby, things will go wrong. So I was tempted to put my phone on the back of the cab because it's got a bit of a magnet on it, but to be brutally honest, once bitten, twice shy. Let's just be careful there on that near side. So for one day only, it'll just get me just reversing from the cab, the view from the cab, until I get myself a more substantial camera. The fair recommended the Insta 360, but from what I've seen of it, it just seems a very vulnerable thing. You know, it looks brilliant and the footage is good and the app's really clever, but as a camera itself, it just looks like it's just going to be really expensive when you break it. Let's give this monster back to its rightful owners. Done some fighting back today, this one. We had a broken chain that needed replacing. We've had one of these stanchions weren't going. Well, she's on. Still finding bits of soil. Come on, get that off. It's all safe and sound. My triangle won't fit on that, so I've had to use my diamond, but she'll be fine. I did full old digger. Let's get her back to where she belongs. We're at Jacko's with this now. Normally I take it off down there, down the lane, but it looks like they've had a few lorries up and down today, so I don't want to get in everyone's way. So we'll just take it off here, won't catch any on. It's off. And I've had me dinner, which is great. But as plans go, that weren't a very good one. It looks really flat here, and I thought this would be perfect for getting this off. But I promise you, I could not find a level bit of ground to be had with that, for that digger. There you go, you can see there. Not a spot. And I thought we were doing the right thing and keeping out of everybody's way, and oh now, well, it's come off alright, we're fine. But like I say, I must have shunted about 4 times just to try and find somewhere. It was little. What happens is when shovels work on piles of stone, they take the ground up as well when doing it, and it just shapes the ground in a gradient up towards a pile of stone. Now I often turn around in there and I thought, well, that doesn't look too bad, and I've always wondered, should I give it a try for unloading because it's out of the way. Well, no. It's rubbish. I'm not going there again. Normally I unload here now where I'm driving through. You can't really see it on the camera, unfortunately. And it's not perfect, but it's wide enough. But occasionally you're working and you look up and there's 2 tipper lorries waiting. Now they'll have to wait. That's life. That has to happen. But Also, you just rather try and do the right thing and not get in everybody's way as well. You know, it's one of the. So it's Friday afternoon. We're washed off, and we've had a bit of improvising, adapting, and overcoming. So we've got these frames from Donk off his old trailer. We've made ourselves some marker boards. And now I've got some extra marker boards for when I've got a really wide load on. So here's the other side. So we've got Donk, we've got Paul in the fab shop, and we've got Matt Taylor who just did a little bit extra cutting for me. So that's it, brilliant, perfect. They will do just right. So stowed away. See you on the other side. Perfect. Thanks lads, thanks for all your help. That's us. Friday night, done. We're off this weekend. We don't know what's going Monday yet, it's not been decided. So we've had an easy day today. We've got the trailer washed, done with marker boards, moved days to the 80. Yeah, it's been a good day. So that'll do. Have a nice weekend folks. Hopefully see you all again on Monday. Take care. Good night.